You have all these ambitions. You want to reach peak physical performance, achieve top grades to make your parents proud, and earn enough money to retire your loved ones. But no matter how many motivational videos you watch, or how desperately you want to succeed, you just can't get yourself to consistently do the hard work. What you lack is discipline, but the good news is that neuroscience shows that willpower is anything but set in stone. In this guide, you will learn which brain structure is responsible for discipline, and how to literally increase its volume with practical techniques backed by science that you can start using today. Then, we will talk about the mindset needed to optimize discipline. The brain structure I am talking about is the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, which is widely recognized as the hub of willpower in the brain. What's particularly exciting about the aMCC is its high degree of plasticity. This means that with the right strategies and practices, we can enhance both its activity and size. In other words, the aMCC can be strengthened much like a muscle. But before we discuss how to train the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, it's important to understand the foundational aspects of discipline. Autonomic health and function are critical for our ability to engage in willpower because the neural circuits of the autonomic nervous system provide direct input to the aMCC. So when the autonomic nervous system is balanced, it supports the aMCC in regulating willpower and self-control. Besides disruptions in autonomic function, physical or emotional discomfort, as well as being in a distracted state, also significantly hinders your ability to maintain discipline. What does all of this mean for you in practice? For one, start worshiping sleep as an unnegotiable priority. Sufficient and restful sleep is the biggest pillar of Ayanokoji's extreme discipline. Otherwise, check out my videos on breathing and meditation if you want to further improve these foundational aspects. Now, let's get to the juicy part. So, let's talk about tools to increase the volume and activity of the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Doing regular cardiovascular exercise or weightlifting could be one option. However, their efficacy varies significantly on individual preferences. If these activities don't resonate with one's intrinsic interests or preferences, they do not effectively stimulate the aMCC. Similarly, activities such as cold showers will not train your willpower if you enjoy doing them. There needs to be a meaningful challenge or discomfort. However, you still have some options. A pragmatic approach to bolstering willpower, even in activities one enjoys, is integrating micro-challenges that introduce manageable friction. In the context of weightlifting, this could involve doing an extra set at the end of a session, especially when you really don't feel like it. A different example could be to not look at your phone during breaks between sets, if that is something you usually do. You can get creative here. A high-friction task you can do right now is to go back to the start of this video and re-watch everything, or even just to stop looking at the comments and other distractions. Also, you can make the process of training your willpower easier by occasionally rewarding yourself after doing the hard and uncomfortable thing. The reward serves as positive reinforcement, which signals to your brain that engaging in difficult activities leads to pleasurable outcomes. Over time, the association between engaging in challenging tasks and receiving rewards strengthens, which makes it easier for you to muster the motivation and willpower needed to tackle similar tasks in the future. However, all this only works if you implement a system of random and intermittent rewards. This is what casinos do to keep people gambling. Let's just use slot machines as an example. The very fact that they deliver payouts at unpredictable intervals is what makes them so exciting for the player. Predictable rewards lose their motivational impact quickly because they lead to habituation, which causes the brain to become desensitized to the reward. To completely reinvent your mindset for extreme discipline, first engage in a detailed visualization exercise where you imagine yourself if you had the willpower of a machine. Think about your daily routine. How do you allocate your time? What specific actions do you take from morning until night? Consider your physical appearance. How does a disciplined version of yourself stand, walk, and express emotions? What type of diet sustains this disciplined lifestyle? Think about your meals and how they support your physical and mental performance. Include as many details as possible to create a vivid and comprehensive image of your disciplined self. Once you have constructed this detailed visualization, reinforce the identity of this disciplined individual through regular mental rehearsals and affirmations. Visualization techniques involve repeatedly picturing this version of yourself while engaging in your daily routines and overcoming challenges with extreme determination. Pair these visualizations with positive affirmations or mantras that affirm your identity as a disciplined person. This could involve statements like, "I am disciplined and focused," or "I consistently make choices that lead to success." The psychological principle underlying this exercise is the concept of perceived identity. Research in cognitive psychology and neuroscience suggests that our self-concept significantly influences our behaviors and decision-making processes. By repeatedly visualizing and affirming your disciplined self, you can shift your perceived identity to align more closely with this ideal. Just do not underestimate the power of this. People like Cristiano Ronaldo or Michael Jordan didn't get to the top and then cultivated a winner mentality. They cultivated the winner mentality and then got to the top. But if you want to fully leverage visualization for getting things done, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. Negative visualization is not only rooted in Stoic philosophy, but also supported by modern psychological research. Studies in behavioral psychology have shown that people are often more motivated by the desire to avoid negative outcomes than by the pursuit of positive ones. But how do you apply negative visualization effectively? Let's say you struggle to find the motivation to study. Begin by vividly imagining the day you receive your grades. Picture the disappointment and frustration you feel when your performance falls short of your expectations. Envision the specific emotions and thoughts that would accompany this outcome: the regret of not having studied harder, the anxiety about future academic or career prospects, and the potential judgment from peers or mentors. This anticipatory regret can really give you the push you need to engage in the necessary, albeit unpleasant tasks. However, the next step is something which 99% of people will refuse to do. Write down your goals and pin them on your wall. Why? There are two big reasons. First, visual cues are powerful triggers for goal-oriented behavior. When you see your goals every day, it activates neural pathways associated with goal-directed activities, thereby reinforcing your intentions and making it more likely that you will take the necessary steps to achieve them. Second, displaying your goals also introduces an element of social accountability. Social accountability refers to the psychological pressure to conform to the expectations of others and adhere to commitments made in public or social contexts. By pinning your goals on your wall in a space where others can see them, such as a shared living area or even your bedroom, you create a sense of accountability to those around you. Family members, roommates, or colleagues will see them. I know that it might be a bit cringe, and that is why most will refrain to do this. But this is what gives you the competitive edge. The social scrutiny will make you less likely to abandon your goals, because you know others are aware of them and may hold you accountable. However, there are a lot of things you can do wrong when deciding your goals. For that reason, I just posted a guide on goal setting for my members. So if you actually want to set smart goals and be held accountable by me personally, join today and become an educated mind. Now you are going to get an opportunity to train your interior mid-cingulate cortex, or in other words, your willpower. In a few seconds, the music will stop and a black screen will appear. You might immediately feel the impulse to click off the video, but resisting this impulse will activate your aMCC and serve as one of these micro-challenges. Remember, don't be too hard on yourself if you don't last the whole 30 seconds. Use the time productively by trying to recall what you learned in this video. This will also help train your memory.